Well, kids are known to be notoriously picky eaters, but what if your kids never outgrow those finicky food habits? According to our next guest, it's never too late to help the kids eat right. So here with some tips are Lize Weiss and Janice Newell Bissex. They're both dietitians and authors of a new cookbook called No Whine With Dinner. Whine, W-H-I-N-E. I like the title. Good to have you both here.
Good to be here.
And I know that you each have two kids a piece, correct?
Yes, I have two girls. Liz has two boys.
And I'm in the teen tween phase, and that's where you are too.
Oh my goodness, seems like it's so far away, but yet it's just not. So
I know quickly.
It does, and there's a lot of issues that people have with obviously infants and toddlers being kind of picky eaters. But now we're talking about teenagers. Is this a big problem once they get to that age?
We hear it from our Facebook fans and our blog readers, and they say, you know, you give us great tips for getting little kids to not be so picky, like, you know, mixing batters and helping out with the cooking in the kitchen. But what do you do if your kid's older? And we just heard from a mom, she's got a 16-year-old and a 14-year-old, and we hear from them all the time,
and
trust me.
Do you hear more about boys than girls, or does it matter?
I don't think it matters, no.
Okay.
No, if you don't outgrow it, you know, we want, you know, you feel like my kids haven't outgrown it, what do I do? But there are lots of things parents can do.
And speaking of which, in your book, you've got some great tips. We're going to get to the items on the table here. Adding nutrition to some of their favorite meals. I mean, these are things I really like. This looks really good to me. But we're going to talk about the tacos over here. How do you make that nutritious for them?
Well, if your child is hooked on tacos, and a lot of kids love tacos, you can up the nutrition by adding black beans, and it's going to blend right in with your ground beef or your ground turkey. You can add little corn kernels, and then you want to have lots of garnishes at the end that your child can actually top their taco with more nutrition. So we've got strawberries on the side, of course, a little extra cheese, California avocado. I've chopped that up. They're going to get those good heart-healthy monounsaturated fats, which whether you're a child or an adult, you need those good for you fats. So all those garnishes are going to up the nutrition, and then the kids are involved.
And Janice, I know that one of the things in the book you talk about is getting your teen involved in the kitchen. Some people don't want their teenagers in the kitchen, but how is this helpful for them and getting them to eat more nutritiously?
When teens are involved with cooking, they're more likely to try the food. So they pick something that they want to make. My daughter, for example, she loves guacamole. I think a lot of kids like guacamole. So teach them how to use a knife. Teenagers are old enough to learn how to use a knife. You may not want to start with a 14-inch, you know, big knife, but teach them how to open an avocado and then how to make something as simple as guacamole. And they can do the chopping and the dicing.
And you're really getting them comfortable in the kitchen with the utensils and the food, right?
And this will serve them well in their later years. They'll know how to cook. So make the guac and then sort of think outside the box. You can serve some nice healthy chips, but also there's jicama, carrots, red or yellow bell peppers, anything, cucumber slices, so that just ups the nutrition even more.
And so you're giving them more responsibility for what they're eating in the kitchen and also helping mom and dad out in the kitchen, right?
Sure.
Okay, you've got a great chart over here. You actually help kids kind of plan out the meals and get involved with that. Is this too much for a teenager, or are they at the right age?
It's not too much at all. You can sit down with them and you can go online, you can look at different cookbooks, you can look through magazines, and then find something that appeals to the teen. So then we're invested. Make a plan and give them the responsibility for one meal per week.
And this is one of the meals that was on the plan there. Very simple. Don't forget to pick up a copy of their book. It's called No Whine With Dinner, and wine is spelled W-H-I-N-E.